video on the patch updates for the console, which are coming out literally in the next week. What I hear, this is console, a lot of things that we've all been complaining about on the console version. I'm in one of my older maps just to kind of display a couple of those things, but I'll get right into it, and you all can also be providing a link at the bottom of the video, so you can kind of look at the list yourself and review what it is. So a couple of things. These are the functions that are only going to work in the existing games. Like this game I'm in now, I'll have to start a new map to do all the other items. But for existing saves, we're going to have new sky and weather effects that are just ambient changes that they've been making over the last couple of games. So those will change. But one very interesting thing in the workbench here, you'll be able to actually combine items and repair items. So you can take two different items and combine them together and make a better item, which is a nice function that everybody will be able to use. And even better, these won't be permanent. You can now take these apart with a wrench and move them, which I think we all kind of joke that you can never move this thing. You have to destroy it to move it and build a new one. Well, now you can disassemble it. Instead of that, you'll be able to take it apart, which is pretty sweet. Also, on the zombie piece, when you're killing a zombie outside, you'll be able to go in, just like in the PC version, even if they turn into gore and you're chopping them up, you can loot the body. So the loot doesn't disappear when they become the gore body, which will be a nice piece to be able to do, and that's something that PC's had the whole time. So let's get into the new stuff and a new save. So one of the things that and here's something I'm just going to show you real quick from a bug fix. If you are making a ton of spikes, and if you listen to the video real quick, it's going to get really loud when I cancel this. They fixed that to now it's quiet. I don't know about you all, but on my headset that drove me freaking crazy. So that bug fix has been fixed. But let's get into the new save pieces. So in the new save, they're going to have 50 new items that are from the PC version, which probably includes, they didn't list them all out. They just said that some of them were going to be available from the PC, which could be the military gear, the different clothing pieces like the flannel shirts, and a lot of the other choices that they have in the game, which will be pretty awesome. Some of these items include new plants and harvestable items, including aloe, yucca, some of those things that we have to go and get in the desert. We can now regrow in other places, which would be nice. They also are new types of scrap items. I'm not sure what that means specifically because I don't play PC, but we'll have to see what it is. There's a screamer over there. A whole new slew of clothing as it's listed here. And again, there are items that you can get on PC you cannot get in the console version that now we're going to be able to have access to, which is pretty sweet. New block types, over 100 new block types are going to be included to the game, and there are several that flesh out existing block sets with new pieces, corners, and arrow slits, which we were dealing with last night in the build. But the arrow slits, I'm a big crossbow user, so that'll be pretty sweet. Got her with one shot, nice. But the arrow slits would be nice to have in the wall so you don't get blasted by people with sniper rifles. You're also going to have toggable lights, which would be amazing if we could take these mobile spotlights and maybe ceiling lights and turn them on and off. That'll be an interesting part of the build. And then the biggest piece, which we've all been complaining about, drawbridges. So we'll now be able to build drawbridges, which means we can build moats and do some other things, which will help a lot for the mini bike, in and out of the mini bike function, which will be fun. One of the last pieces is a new crafting station, which I believe is the chemistry set, which I'm going to get to in just a second. The farming piece, the items specifically they're talking about are 4 new seed types for the yucca mushrooms, chrysanthemum, and the aloe. And again, all of this that I'm talking about right now is all new game, so you have to cancel out a game like this and restart. New recipes, 60 new recipes have been added to the game. Many of those have been added to complement the new block shapes and farming features. So obviously we're going to be able to make some new things. But a few exist to allow people, players to craft things that are already available. So, but most of these new recipes are only available in new games. The chemistry station, a new crafting station called the chemistry station, has been added to the game. The station provides a new way to craft many of the recipes you can craft on the campfire using different, easier recipes and craft those items in less time, which is also pretty sweet. So obviously we're going to be able to make antibiotics and hopefully maybe other explosives or things like explosives, maybe craft those up. And I'm curious about what the other medicine pieces are. Not sure what that is. So another, which will be interesting too, it'll just be a new item to fit in like the workstation and be able to have those out in the build. They're also changing some things on skills updates. I'm not super excited about this in a way, although 2 new skills were added: chemistry station and breaking and entering, which is pretty neat. So I'm a bit of a raider, so I'm kind of excited about the fact that I'll be able to maybe improve my raiding skills by breaking and entering quietly. And then the other piece is the chemistry station, so clearly you've got to be able to do some things to, oh, there we go. What? The chemistry station is probably going to have a lot of recipes and a lot of skills we have to level up on, but they're removing too, which a lot of people were using, the 10mm round crafting for bullets and leather tanning. And I think a lot of us are going to be upset about that, because making leather sooner instead of reading the leather book, which nobody could ever find, was always a big problem. So let me jump into the bug fixes and improvements. And again, I'm putting a list of all these in the comments of the video. One of the big ones I just showed you was when you're crafting something and it makes a super loud noise. One of the main issues that's been happening to me, and 2 of my videos show this, the patch is going to fix an issue that would occasionally cause pipe bombs to land directly at the player's feet when thrown. I literally have 2 videos from last week that show that happening, and so I'm kind of glad they're fixing that. Some other items they're fixing, a bunch of little itty-bitty things that I've honestly not noticed. Duke coins dropping brass, smelting guns yielding no materials. I've never even tried that. Yucca plants to cause additional fruit when shot. There's a whole list of these. There's probably 10 on the gameplay piece, and on the art and audio, which I showed you one. There are a bunch of glitches and just viewing things when we're playing the game. And there's some stability issues from split screen perspective. And again, all those are listed. The main point of the video is to talk about those new items that you have to start up the new map, including the Drawbridge, which is ridiculous. Everybody has been wanting that. Lootable gore blocks, which I hated. The zombies would despawn into gore, and then you couldn't get them on Horde Night, which is also a pain. So a lot of cool, fun stuff here. Our group, our team here, is going to do a special build next week, and level up and try to use all this stuff. So there'll be 4 of us playing, so make sure to watch for that. We'll do a live stream on it and show it as it happens, and then some of it I'll edit into a better video for you all to learn from. So again, patch update link is going to be from the 7 Days to Die main website, and I'm going to put that in the comments section. And I hope everybody enjoys it, and look forward to seeing y'all building drawbridges. I think everybody's going to have a good time with that. Later.